Hi everyone, this is Josh Blatt with BW Modern. Today we're going to go over the Room Settings tab in the 3D Designer. The Room Settings tab is one of the most critical parts of the Designer. It makes it to where you can input all your selections for your cabinets, your drawer boxes, your fronts, and also gives you all the tools needed to draw your room and create your 3D design. So when I start with the Room tabs, this is really where you're going to want to start when you're going to create a project. In the Room Settings tab, if you click on Room, it'll show you the overall size of the room. Right now it starts with just an arbitrary size of 180 wide by 120 deep and 108 inches tall. You can change these measurements to anything you want based on what the conditions of your project are. With the width, the height, and the depth of the room. You know, if you were doing a bathroom and you needed, you know, a 96-inch wide size, or if you were doing your kitchen and it was bigger than that. The beautiful thing about the 3D Designer is you can put any size you want into the Designer down to a 1/16 of an inch, and it doesn't care. So you can really get it as precise as you need to ensure the success of your project. So you can put in all the way down to a 1/16 of an inch in these room sizes, and it'll accurately depict that. So when you go down below that, there's some stuff that is in here for baseboards and crown moldings and things like that. You can turn them on or turn them off. It's more for when you do the 3D rendering, which we'll have a different video for. When you go down from the room settings, you'll get into the finishes. Now this is the top finish. This is going to be your cabinet exterior. So this is what the outside of your cabinets are going to be. We currently have a lot of different things to select from on here. We have a lot of the textured laminates. We have the Rayhu Revisio line of high gloss laminates. We have the Phoenix line of ultramatte finishes. So there's a lot of different materials you can select from for your cabinet exterior. There's even some linen colors, and these linen colors have been really popular. Next thing down in the finishes category is your wall color. This is going to be for when you do the rendering in the 3D model. It's going to show for the walls, your flooring. We have hardwood flooring, a lot of different just kind of samples of hardwood flooring in there, and then we also have tile flooring. So you can pick something that's hopefully close to what you're using in your actual project. And then your countertop material, this is going to be what shows up on top of your cabinets. So if I pick marble, it'll depict it in marble. Next thing down on the room settings tab is the front settings. So if I go into the front settings, my doors and drawers, currently all we have available is a slab door and a slab drawer front. So that's going to stay as slabs. Cabinet box settings, this is where you get to select the interior of your cabinet. So this is what you're going to see when you open and close the doors of the cabinetry. So when we pick one, that'll be when the doors open and close. This is going to be the inside of your cabinets. For the construction method of the toe kick, this is the part that actually sits on the ground that you would level and shim to ensure your cabinetry was nice and flat and level. So we offer a couple different options there. We have an integrated toe box, which the toe box is notched into the wall end. This is the most cost-effective and easy assembly method we have for toe kicks. The leg leveler system comes with the fluoroplastic legs. They're fully adjustable. You can really dial in your cabinetry with these leg levelers because you can reach into the back. You can adjust them up and down to get your boxes really level. There are more parts and pieces to it, and there's the cost of the leg levelers and things like that as to where the integrated toe box is just cut into the wall end. So this is the most cost-effective option. This is your kind of middle of the road one here, where it's got the leg levelers, and then you can also order them with no toe box if you were doing floating cabinets, or if you were doing your own toe boxes for whatever reason. You can order it with no toe boxes. Next thing down on the room settings list, we have our drawer and rollout settings. If you click on the drawer and rollout settings, it'll show you our drawer types that we have available on the website at BW Modern. We currently have a birch plywood dovetail drawer box. This drawer comes on a Blum undermount soft close tandem, full extension. It's a wonderful drawer slide, soft close, 100+ pound load rating. It's a really nice drawer option. The other option we have is the metal sided drawer. This is not a Legger box, but it is very similar. It's also full extension. It's also soft close. It's a very nice drawer. When we order this drawer, we produce you the bottom and the back, and then there's holes drilled in them that coincide with the system holes in the drawer parts, so you screw them together. If you buy the plywood dovetail, we assemble the dovetail here in shop and ship it to you complete, and you just stick it in the cabinet. This one requires a little assembly. This one's going to be a little bit more money for the drawer, for the shipping, things like that. The metal drawer box is a fantastic drawer. We've had great success with it, and we'll do some videos in the future so you guys can check those out. So that's where you select your drawer setting. Now that I have my cabinet settings predefined here with my fronts, my finishes, my front settings, my cabinet box material, my construction method, our drawer boxes, any cabinet that I bring out of the design catalog will come in with those presets. So you can see here I brought in a cabinet. It has the maple melamine interior. It has the eucalypto brown exterior. It has all the stuff that we preset. So it just saves a bunch of steps by starting in this room settings bar and working your way down. There are a couple more things available to you guys in the room settings bar. Walls and columns are a very useful tool in all your designs. So you can bring in, a beam and use it in your design. You can also bring in soffits, corners. There's corners in there, and all these are also, again, just like everything in BW Modern, they're completely customizable in size, so you can make them whatever you want, to fit your actual on-site application to really dial in your design. The next thing down on the room settings tabs is doors and windows. So if I get into the doors and windows tab, this is where I'm going to find my windows that I can use in the project. So when you measure the window at your house, you're gonna pick one over here that looks close to what you have at home. We're gonna pick a double pane or a single pane, and then you can fully customize the size of this window to anything you need it to be size wise. So we can change the width to 36 by 42, and then we can place it wherever we need to in space on the wall for what you have on your project at home. So that's where the windows are located. Doors are the same thing. The doors are located in the same tab. You just go down a little bit further, and they work essentially the exact same way, to where you can put a door on the wall. You can change the size of it here in the door tab once it's selected, and its placement in the room. You can move there as well. So the doors and windows are a great tool to help you guys with your overall design and getting things how you need them based on what the conditions you're working with in real life at your house are. So the next one down is utilities in the room settings. If I open the utilities tab, it's going to open up some stuff that I can use in the 3D Designer. Plug switches, things like that. Not necessarily cabinet related, but they're just great tools to help you guys in getting your designs really dialed in to make sure that you're successful when it comes time to install the finished product. So these are all just different things that you can use in your design. You can really dial in your design as much as you like. You go down a little bit further, there's some lighting options. This is probably related to the 3D Designer. I haven't played with this much, so I don't know much about it, but it's there if anybody wants to play with it. So this concludes the room settings tutorial for the 3D Designer in our BW Modern website. Thanks, guys.